Okay, let's do this. I have 5 frames per second on the main screen here, which is a bit concerning.
That's beautiful.
We'll see how it goes in the game. Anyway, hi everyone. Ziegs and I are playing Sakura Spirit for you today, aren't we, Ziegs?
Yeah, hi.
This is Ziegs' normal voice, as you guys well know. Obviously, I was using my real voice on the Amazing World video too. This is just a voice changer that I use for my regular voicing of things, you know?
Yeah, I have to use a voice changer like this one to make myself slightly deeper.
Yeah.
Or people think I'm 2.
Or a boy, which was about 90% of the comments. You know, Ziegs, it reassures me in my voice that you are as misgendered as much as I am.
To be fair, I do have a penis.
Fair enough then, fair enough.
I keep it in a jar.
This is the sort of game where you might find that happening, actually. Well, not the jar bit, the other bit. But still, this is Sakura Spirit, which is an ecchi, sort of pseudo, not quite porn game, but kind of wants to be a porn game that's available on Steam, but it isn't actually a porn game.
Just look at those shiny tits.
They are the shiniest tits. I don't think tits like that. Do tits naturally catch the light in such a way? Because I don't think they do. You know.
I think you can buy oil. You can oil them up.
So everyone in that picture has oil, basically, yeah.
Yeah, oily tits.
Oily tits, great. Anyway, we're gonna play a little bit for you and demonstrate the beauty of the game.
Well, before we start, I have something we should do. We're gonna take a vote. Which one of those is a footer?
I reckon the one at the back.
The one at the back. I think it's the little Neko girl.
Okay.
Down the front.
I don't think they're Nekos. I think they're foxes.
Oh, all right. I'll take female miles per hour then.
Okay, brilliant. She even has the tail as well, the same colour.
Yeah, she does.
Anyway, let's begin. Start the game. Every person has a dream they wish to pursue. I'm going to read it emotionally because obviously this is an emotional story. Yet as people grow up, they often come to realise the truth. Dreams are nothing more than fairy tales. At least...
Fairy tales.
That's what most people say. Then, what about those who... I can't even read this. Then what about those who do end up accomplishing their dreams? Are they merely incredibly lucky? You can be dad. Actually, no. I'll be dad. You be the boy, okay? You can be the lead, okay?
Fair enough.
Every man has a dream he wants to accomplish. However, there is something really important you should know, my boy. A real man doesn't give up on his dream, no matter what overwhelming challenges he might have to face. I still remember those foolish words my dad used to say. That's you. Shit. Go.
I still remember those foolish words my dad used to say, but despite their silly nature, I found myself inspired by them. Ever since I was a young child, I've been interested in martial arts. It didn't matter whether I watched a match on television or read manga about heroic martial artists. It has always been my dream to become a martial artist one day. Of course, it was a bit childish of me to think that I could become a hero simply by learning martial arts. Even though I already understood that superheroes were nothing more than figments of my imagination, I still had a desire to use my strength for the sake of others. My name is Holy Shit. My name is Gushing Ken Takehiro, a 17-year-old rising judo star. And no, that's not me bragging. I'm actually about to take part in a tournament 2 weeks from now that could make or break my career on an international level. Of course, I was pretty excited about the opportunity to finally accomplish my dreams and represent my country at a sport that I loved. But the same excitement also made me feel incredibly nervous. And while those worrisome thoughts haunted my mind, a familiar voice resounded from outside the window.
Okay, I'll be Kiyomi, I guess. Oi! I even know, is this a girl or a guy? I have no idea.
It's probably a girl.
Oi, Taka-kun, get your butt in gear.
Okay, I'll be right there, Koyoyoyomi. Not wanting to keep Koyoyomi waiting, I quickly dashed towards the front door to let her in, not even realizing I was still in my pajamas. Hold on a second, Koyoyomi. I gotta grab my shoes before we head off to school.
Really? I never realized that school had a strict uniform or sleepwear policy. Nice jammies, by the way. Did you borrow them from your mom?
For a moment, my eyes drifted downwards, noticing I was in fact wearing my pajamas, which is odd because I sleep naked. I let out a groan of annoyance and marched back towards my room. Bah, There's nothing wrong with my jammies. The Golden Knight is famous comic book hero in the West. Besides, not everyone prefers to sleep naked like you. Mumbling those words, I started stripping out of my clothes, and not particularly minding the presence of the girl behind me.
That only happened once! You know very well it was super hot that night, and geez, warn me before you strip naked in front of me, you idiots!
You didn't seem to mind it when we were little. Maybe you want me to turn around instead?
No! Stop! Don't make me kick your ass!
Jesus, what? I decided I had teased her enough and quickly pulled on my pants, proceeding with the remaining few items of clothing before I was suitably dressed for school. Besides, I had a reason for being so distracted.
You've been distracted a lot lately. What's going on in that hollow skull of yours?
It's that upcoming match. I have no idea how everyone can remain calm when an international career is at stake. I wouldn't be surprised if I made up enough doomsday scenarios to fill up the apocalypse genre.
Oh right, that judo thing. I'm sure you'll do fine. I've seen one of your matches and you kick butt. Of course, if you're really worried, you could always pray.
Pray?
What? Don't tell me you don't know. It's one of the school's legends. Apparently there's some shrine out in the forest that if you pray to it, it brings you good luck. Ichikawa-san said that his sister prayed to it the night before her exam, and she got a perfect score.
A shrine that is said to bring you good luck? Sounds like a bogus plot thing to me. But at this point...
That wasn't even English!
What?
Sounds like bogus to me. Doesn't make sense as a sentence.
You're right, actually, thinking about it.
Anyway, keep going.
A shrine that is said to bring you good luck? Sounds like bogus to me, a plot device at most. But at this point, I'm willing to try anything, I guess. I'll ask Ichiwakakawi-san about the location. I'm not exactly in the mood to get lost in the forest and end up a modern-day Tarzan.
Well, whatever. If you do go looking, at least send me a message to let me know. And will you hurry up? We're gonna be late again.
A hero is never too early, nor are they too late. They arrive precisely when they are needed. But for the sake of avoiding detention, let's hurry.
That's a wizard, not a hero, genius. How can one person be such a sports nerd and such a geek at the same time?
You're the one who fucking knew it. Let's not forget the Casanova and Man of the Year candidate bits. They're important details.
I doubt you qualify for either of them, Pajama Boy.
Anyway, let us boldly go where everyone has gone before. To school!
Nerd!
Bitch.
That was a thrilling intro, wasn't it?
That was quite.
Several hours later, dots. Just keep going until we get to the first scene, I guess.
Oop.
Later that day, I finally got a chance to talk to my classmate about the location of the shrine that Kiyoyomi had mentioned before. Gym was the last thing on the schedule for today, so once people got ready to go home, I approached the guy. Hey, Ichikawa! Is it true that your sister discovered some shrine that is said to bring you good luck?
Ho ho ho! Let me guess, you want to date her? Well, even though I do have to admit that she's very attractive, I'm afraid she's already going out with someone. Not to mention, you're not her type.
And you are tiny balls.
Do you think they're fucking? The brother and sister? I think so.
Definitely. I mean,
Even
he
got-
knows her type.
He even got a hand in his pocket, jacking away there. Anyway, keep going.
I already got my hands full, quite like you have, dealing with Kiyomi. You can keep your sister to yourself. I mean, seriously, it's gross. Joke aside, I'm more interested in that shrine. Did she mention where she found it? I didn't know there was anything near the forest, aside from the dojo.
Oh, well, she did say something about it being near a river and quite high up. To be honest, I wasn't paying too much attention. I was staring at her tits when she was going on about it.
He was!
I mean, she was right. Oh.
Incest for the win.
They are brother and sister, right? I didn't misread that, yeah?
I believe they may be. Yeah, his sister found a shrine.
I mean, whatever, just keep going.
Stop! I seriously don't need to hear the details. I have enough photos I've taken at home, and I doubt anyone else is interested. So, do you know anyone who might have heard about this shrine?
Are you guys talking about the lucky shrine out in the forest?
The one and only. According to Ichikawa's dirty sister, there's
Oh my
supposed to be
gosh!
one near a river.
I don't know about that, but there's this fiery girl at the Sakura dojo who knows more about it. Wait, you talking about Aria-san? About that tall, ridiculously strong, and super scary? That's the one. Oh, in that case, I believe I can still be of help, Takahiro-kun. I know where that place is.
Of course you do. We both do. You just want to tag along and stare at her tits, don't you? I don't think,
Aria?
Asda Senpai will appreciate you visiting her with your usual tricks in mind. Do I need to remind you the last time you tried to peek at her after she finished practice? Blood, sweat, tears.
Shut up! I don't peep on the ladies. That's slander, you know. I should sue you. I would never look upon Aria-sama's glorious body in any state of nudity.
Oh, so you haven't seen her naked yet?
How is this game on Steam?
I've seen a bit of side boob, but the film didn't really let me get a good view of.
It's on Steam, guys. This is actually on Steam.
It doesn't even have like a date warning where you have to put in your age.
Oh, it does. It says this game may not be suitable for children. It says if you access the store page.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but no actual age restriction. It just says that it's maybe not suitable for children. I guess it's not rated, like officially. That's why it hasn't got an age restriction.
There
Anyway.
we go. Someone call the cops. Ichikawa the Peeping Tom has confessed. I playfully patted Ichikawa's shoulder as I turned around, grabbing my bag in the process, and prepared to leave. Thanks for the tip, Ichikawa. I'll be sure to wash my hands. I'll let the judge know you were most helpful during the interrogation.
That's unfair. I was coerced. I won't say another word until I speak with my lawyer.
Like
Okay.
anyone would fucking represent you. The forest near the dojo was my first challenge to overcome. A narrow path coiled along the trees, and nearby the river Ichikawa's sister had mentioned. I followed Aria's scribbles with a bit of skepticism, but after an hour or so, I finally arrived at the supposedly legendary shrine. The shrine itself seemed surprisingly well maintained, despite being in the middle of nowhere. It made me wonder if someone could be secretly living here, perhaps some secret martial arts master? The fort of a hermit, hiding within the shrine in order to prepare himself for the upcoming battle between good and evil, started to dwell on my mind. I guess it's too good to be true. I sighed in annoyance at the fact that, aside from the shrine itself, the ground surrounding it seemed completely abandoned. There was no way anyone could be living here. For the time being, I decided to focus on the reason behind my visit. It took only a few moments before I gathered the courage to approach the building. Once inside, I found a rather fancy-looking altar of sorts at the back of the room.
How is that fancy?
Yeah, it's like the most bland-looking altar I've ever seen.
It looks like a toilet.
It probably is.
I guess this is the thing everyone's talking about. Silently, I folded up the map I'd been given. Putting it inside my bag, I approached the altar. I was kind of skeptical about the whole religious aspect, so I wasn't too sure if this was actually going to work. I don't even think luck will do me good in a match like this. In my opinion, there wasn't any room for things like luck in martial arts. Judo was all about using knowledge you have gained through training. Of course, a good amount of talent also helps. There was simply no room for something as superstitious as luck. Clearly, this was going to be a match where my experience and talent would be pushed to their limits. Nothing more, nothing less.
How curious. The boy doesn't believe in superstition, and yet he stands here, surrounded by the very thing he denounces.
Upon hearing the voice, I looked around, trying to find the source, but there was no one to be seen. Who's there?
Quite the cliched question, but the right thing to ask is, where am I?
What are you talking about? Show yourself!
Not yet. Entertain me for a little while longer, would you? This is a place like no other. Why did you come here, if you do not believe in such things as luck?
I came here to prepare myself.
Oh,
Do enlighten me about what this something might be that you're preparing yourself for?
Losing my I felt a little bit annoyed as the questions continued. But maybe if I kept talking to her, I would be able to find out where Shiel was hiding.
Sorry. It's quality translation here.
I'm preparing for a tournament, a judo match.
Judo? What might that be?
Seriously, you don't know what judo is? It's a highly skilled combat art.
Aha! So you're a warrior, hesitant to go into battle and come here in hope of finding the resolve to fight.
I'm not sure about the warrior part.
How fortunate. It just so happens that there is a need for one of your kind.
My kind?
A hero! The shrine brings fortune to heroes such as yourself. However, every great hero must sacrifice something in return.
It sounds like what the others mentioned. Your version sounds better, though. Laughing briefly at the story, I decided to play along and clap my hands together in prayer.
I think that's an exceptionally bad idea.
So what's next? Do I offer up my allowance or something?
Don't be silly. Money is of little importance. She doesn't know what judo is, but she knows what a fucking allowance is. Of little importance to a hero. For you, the sacrifice will be something of much greater value. I will be looking forward to seeing what destiny has in store for you.
As if on cue, I began to feel nauseated. The moment the girl's words reached my ears. My head spinning wildly, slowly I staggered backwards, collapsing onto my back. As my vision grew blurry, the sound of approaching footsteps could be heard. Holy crap!
Well, that's... Jesus. Good luck, hero. You're going to need it.
I didn't realize you were in this game, Minx.
Yeah, it's me.
Despite my attempts to get back up, all I managed was a brief look at the girl.
Holy shit.
The sight of horns and tail left many questions, but before I had a chance to even utter a single word, my consciousness succumbed to darkness. Dots. Rays of sunlight stirred me back to life, a groan of annoyance leaving my mouth as I tried to get back on my feet. I felt a bit dizzy, but the first thing I noticed was I was no longer at the shrine. Instead, it looked like the forest near the dojo. Of course, my first thought was to look around and see if I could find the girl from before. But not a trace of her presence remained. To make things even stranger, the path that I had followed amidst the trees seemed to be better maintained than I remembered. I should probably head home.
I don't think you're in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. Oh god, you're gonna have to voice multiple characters here, I think.
Yeah.
That thought was cut short when the sound of several female voices could be heard nearby.
Get back here! Hikaji, stop them at once!
Just what do you think I'm doing? I'm chasing them. I'm trying to stop them.
Yeah, I think they noticed what's missing on Isama.
Oh my god, there's 4 of them. Okay, go
Keep
on.
running, little one, and we might just make it. Just when I thought this day couldn't get any weirder, the sound of heavy footfalls could be heard nearby.
Holy shit.
What in the world is going on here? There's 4 pairs of tits flying towards me.
I feel this exhausts most.
We need to let it go a little bit further. They might crash.
Okay, we'll keep going. I think they do. I think one of them falls in a lake or something, from what I remember.
Further ahead, I saw a couple of girls in fast pursuit of even more girls. However, there was something off about this scene, something that didn't make sense. The girls being chased had the ears and tails of animals, and the pursuers appeared to be armed with a katana and naginata.
Okay, so I'll be Katana Girl, and you can be the redhead one, I guess. Which one's which?
The redhead girl is the Naginata girl.
Okay. I'll be the black-haired girl and I guess the one with the squeaky voice, the fox, the left-hand fox. Okay.
You conniving fox! Come back here at once! Return what you stole immediately!
Holy shit!
I know, I was too busy laughing.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, I need a voice for her.
Give me back my panties!
Hikaji, how could you say something out loud like that? Panties! Panties!
Oh no! Help! Save us from the rampaging women!
As I watched the girls run off, I couldn't help but find myself struggling with the decision to just leave them be. While I didn't know what in the world was going on, the two girls, armed with rather realistic-looking props, surely they couldn't be real, had me worried. I couldn't well call myself a hero if I let something like this go by without acting. I'm so going to regret this. Mumbling in annoyance, I chased after the girls.
Hikaji, go around to the left!
Right,
I said left! Why'd you always undermine me?
I wasn't saying right, I was, never mind, just right after them. As I was chasing the girls, I noticed that the trees seemed to be getting denser, making it gradually more difficult to navigate along the path.
Oni-sama, I don't think I could run much more. I'm starting to feel a bit...
Jesus Christ.
Just a little longer, Meiko-chan. We're almost... Meiko? Meiko, not that! Not now!
What's she gonna do?
Sorry, Oni-sama!
Scissor attack! I arrived just in time to find the scene taken straight from an action movie. The girl with the blonde hair had collapsed, held in her companion's protective embrace. The two armed girls were approaching them, almost unmistakably with killing instincts running amok. Any seasoned martial artist would have felt it. Those girls were going to be in for a beating if I didn't stop them.
We've got you now, thieves. I'm gonna personally drag your sorry butts back to town and have you put in the stocks. Maybe I'll even show you how it feels to run around without any undies on.
Yeah, although I must admit, having a breeze down there does feel kind of nice. Keeps me feeling fresh and tingly.
Hikaji, goodness, don't you have any shame? This isn't about you. It's about our undergarments, stolen, and these two criminals being brought to justice. Oni-sama, it hurts. My head hurts.
Shh, it's going to be okay, little one. Hey, gods, if you're so desperate to have your underwear back, then here, catch.
Stop it right there! However, before I was able to interrupt the conversation, the silver-haired girl tossed something into the air. Whatever it was...
Let's get out on his head.
Yep. Whatever it was flying straight towards my head. The two samurai girls instantly grew flustered. Ah, I can't see! Who the hell tosses a... Peeling the items off my face, I raised them into the air, looking like a professor examining an important sample while the thieves made their escape. A pink bra and lacy black panties. Oh boy. I knew this wasn't going to end well.
Ha! You there! You in cahoots with the crafty foxes, and hand back those immediately! Those are evidence of a crime, and not for anyone else to touch.
Drop the panties right now!
I'm innocent until proven guilty. It's one of the golden rules of the court. Just stop pointing those weapons at me so I can hand over your undies without being turned into shish kebab.
What? No! Shut up! Just drop the evidence and walk away! I am Tsukino Mio, Chief of the Village Guards, and I am ordering you to drop what you're holding right now!
I don't know of any village guards, and I seriously doubt a cop would go around dressed like that and wielding a katana. More importantly, the ground here is muddy and dirty. Are you sure I should drop evidence here? I mean, I could, but...
Hey-ya!
Before I could react, the pink-haired girl lunged towards me, the pointy end of her naginata aiming for my gut. My reflexes caught on just in time, and I was able to palm away the spear as it sailed through the air. I struck upwards on the wooden shaft of the weapon, sending it up into the air and causing the girl to lose her balance.
Narumi, I did not order you to attack!
Fine, I'll give them back. Jeez, just my luck to find a bunch of crazy girls with weapons. Extending the hand that held the undies, I tried to hand them over, something that I would soon end up regretting.
Ha! You think I'll fall for something so simple? Fool! You may have fooled me once, but I won't let that happen again.
The woman swung her weapon wide, arcing the thick wooden pole into my side before I could dodge. She then lunged forwards, grabbing me tightly, pulling my arms around behind my back, leaving me with sore ribs and in a prone position. I could have fought back, but I figured it would only lead to more fighting. With the possibility of ending up stabbed, I decided to remain passive. The sword-wielding girl stepped forward and grabbed the silky underwear from my hand triumphantly.
Your methods might be crude, but they do get results. Hey, Koji, tie them up. We'll bring him in for questioning. He probably knows where those pesky thieves are hiding.
Right? And people wonder why criminals want to resist arrest at all costs. I mumbled this weakly as the girl with the naginata tied my wrists together with a rope. I soon found myself dragged by the duo towards the city. That seems like a good place.
Yeah, perfect.